It's the one and only Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Da 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 da. It's the one and only Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Da 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 da. It's the one and only Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E. Da 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 da. It's the one and only Double G.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Hope you ready for the next episode.
Double G.
Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg.
Da 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 da. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know the West Coast is back for all you suckers. Put something in there. Put it in there. Yeah. Suck, Snoop.
Top dog, buy them all. Yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CBT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back.
Quick to say they love you. No, damn well they don't.
Stop lying.
They ain't got time for that fake shit, man.
At all.
Keep that shit over there for real.
All the way over there.
Promise. Cause I'ma tell you, straight up.
Always.
This is a homage beat.
Pay homage.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah. Quick to call you selfish and ungrateful. No matter how much bread you breaking at the table, or if you being faithful, don't you think they won't replace you? Cause even if you stable, that don't mean they won't betray you, bro. Cain killed Abel, they was from the same cradle. All along they say they love you, and they turn around to hate you. They look you in your face, pull your cards, try to change you. They rather break you down than to ever go and praise you. True story, that ain't love, that's a fable. Pleasure could be painful when attraction turn fatal. Cause love is just an option when you beneficial. When it's nothing in your pockets, look how many wish you. They might stick around a while, I promise they gon' dish you. Rather put weight on your shoulders than to go assist you. Dang, they rather throw some jabs than a helping hand. When they say they love you and you know they don't. Your brothers say they love you but you know they don't. Bitches say they love you but you know they don't. When they say they love you, but you know they don't. Your brothers say they love you, but you know they don't. When they say they love you, but you know they don't. Bitches say they love you, but you know they don't. When they say they love you, but you know they don't. Yeah. All the while I thought that we had something special. I see the devil in your eyes, I don't know what possess you. Always say that I depress you, hey, you feeling stressed. I wrestle with the fact we had all this potential. I suggest you go and find whatever make you happy. You don't wanna see them numbers, go and get the stat sheet. Who leading in assists, they wasn't always flashy. Triple double every game, none of your exes pass me. Always put your feelings first, mine was in the backseat. If you ask me, don't...
Goes out to every armored soldier, left, right. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' jump first. When everything is over, we still gotta go back, shout one more time. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' jump first.
Flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary, frontline standing, solitary, mind state, kinda scary. Take a deep breath, take a deep breath, and put me on the front line. 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 Until the end. Follow me if you can. heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. I'm tested. Hold strong.
What is up, people? What is up, Ted? Thanks for joining me, my friend. So, it's been a while. Most of you may already know if you've read the description. I've been busy. I've been doing a lot of work, and then just got back from Vegas. I did my I think it had to have been my 25th jiu-jitsu tournament, which I went 6-0 and received my purple belt. So I am no longer a blue belt. I am a purple belt. That is what the description is all about. So there you go. Secret's out. Everyone knows now. But more importantly, on the drive, I was thinking about something, and one of the big things that Globers like to put out there is the shape of the Earth. Is the images that we're getting from they'll spout off Himawari, the ISS, you name it. They'll say that image comes from space, and it's a real image. Like I said, it's gonna be kind of a short stream. We got some more things to do. I just got home, gotta unpack, gotta relax. But what I definitely wanted to show you guys was some of these images I got, because I wanted to. I kind of ran this by over in the Discord area, and they, they all are. It's ridiculous. So when it came down to it, and I asked him, I was like, so is this image real? Like, is this a actual image that NASA took and is showing to us as it's a globe, it's Earth, right? But then right away, everyone's like, well, thank you, Flatty RF, thank you, sir. They say, yeah, but the reason the United States in this globe image is perspective. And I go, what do you mean perspective? And he goes, it's the way the camera, how close they are. And I'm going, okay. Here's something that doesn't make sense to me. Why in every one of these images that we're seeing is it still your ball? Like, if that's your perspective of what you're getting, then why is the United States almost half that globe, and it's still a globe? Perspective, okay, whatever, So let them believe that shit, and then you go on and you go, okay, well, I found some more. Can you explain these ones? And they're like, yeah, it's the Middle East and Asia. Well, those look rather large. Same things, perspective, just the way that the camera takes the image and it's displayed to us. Okay, well, that would mean that ball isn't exactly what the image, the Earth image they're getting. So if they zoomed back, they would get a smaller area, more land in that image, right? Of course you would. Okay, thank you. So then I move on and I go, okay, well, if that's the case, what you're telling me is that these images from 2007, which would, if you had to say realistically, that makes more sense in size. Especially, from the other images in 2012 that NASA gave us, that obviously, again, is not the size of the globe. If that were the case, that's too damn big in 2012, right? So, with that said, I told him, I said, you know what? I think in my opinion, I can tell you exactly what you're looking at. And he said, what? I said, what you're looking at right now? Yeah, I get that, Madon. I get that. Now, check this out. What if what if what we're looking at is just a spotlight image of an area? So no matter what image you're looking at, whether it be these two, imagine being in a hot air balloon, and you look down in your camera, and your lens is a circle, and you take that picture. Well, you've snapshotted a area, which is, you can make that, you can go get that picture edited and developed into a circle, and that's what you'll get right here. I mean, it's fucking 2018. You can do anything with an image. So making it a ball-looking image makes it's easy. What's up, Madon? And I get it. I get what you're saying. My opinion is I don't believe that we have a dome. I don't believe that we live on an infinite plane. But what if we do live on a flat Earth with extra land? We've heard a lot of people talking about it. We've heard a lot of people, find out, through ancient scriptures and maps and etc., that they believed back then that there were more land. So it's more than natural for us to believe the same thing, especially if the images they are showing us are these spotlight images, right? So, for instance, like we'll go back. I want to show you guys, make it so you guys aren't looking at one. So we'll look at this one again. So again, it's one from 2012. United States as this big image, and Madon says the ancient land is underwater, and I believe that as well. That doesn't deter the fact that what if those lands are known about and still underwater? They could still be underwater, but what if there's more lands that aren't? What if the water level dropped there? Okay, so that's where I'm coming from. But like I said, look at this image. So we're looking at the United States. It's overlarge. Madon here and other Globers will tell you that it's the camera, it's the image. I've made past videos where I showed how the ISS actually does see this, where in reality it's not seeing that, and they openly will explain in their videos explaining their images that they use photo editing and photo effects to give you this ball looking shape. Now, I know a lot of you aren't going to agree. I do believe in space. So if the ISS is almost 300 miles up, and it can when it looks down, it sees the United States, the parts of South America, and it takes its image. That's just one small image of that area in a circle taken from our flat Earth. And I'm not saying CGI, Madon. I'm just saying the image and everything around what you're looking at right now is just cut off of the image. Now, I get what you're saying. Bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, I believe the ISS is up there. So it makes sense to me that if the ISS can take an image like this in 2007, where it would be more of an actual size, then that would make sense to me that because it's that high up, it's able to take that image in 2017, cut out the land that's around it, which is why you always see little pieces of land, and then just 3D effect it. So let me show you how easy this is, right? So you go to Google Maps. It's very easy. You can go to Google Maps, and when you look at Google Maps and you zoom out and you can see all the continents on that flat screen, flat map, because obviously, all you got to do, I went to one simple place and instantly made a flat map, cropped out a circle, and made this. Now tell me how that image you're looking at is Earth. Because that image you're looking at was a flat image of the whole world. I cropped out an area, a circle, shaded it a little bit, and there you have it. You have the globe. That's how easy it is. I sat here and I swear I did it in 5 minutes. So, any of you globers can explain to me how my image you're looking at right now isn't as good, or if not the same, as NASA's. I guess if you can't do that, then all you have to say is damn. Thank you for giving us our spotlight area images, NASA. It's pretty cut and dry. Now, here's the best part of it. What does that mean? Because I've already said this to somebody, and they go, explain the sun and the moon, and the sun doesn't change. Okay, how about this? If they're doing that, where they take these spotlights of the world, but cutting out the extra land that may be there, who's to say that the land, the circumference of Earth, the land masses that we have aren't, say, twice as big? Which, and I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, or more especially, sorry, globers. Explain to me how big or small something has to be before it actually does disappear because it is too far away. Because you can tell me all day long that a plane can disappear out of sight because you can't see that far. You could tell me that clouds do the same. Somehow, the ISS can't see the whole Earth, but a boat somehow automatically, I mean, this curvature that is so impossible to see, they have to come up with all these different long methods or perspective to explain them. But you go to a beach and suddenly a boat disappears over a horizon at 3 miles. I've already shown images from 48 miles away, 2,000 feet up, a horizon in the ocean that should not have been able to have been seen. My coastline that I saw in my image should not be there. It just shouldn't be there. That's just how it works. You can't tell me, oh, well, it's magic. Okay, I'm over your magic. Your magic doesn't make fucking sense, first of all. And you can't explain it except for perspective, different images, blah, blah, blah. I want answers now. Okay, come on, bring your answers. You tell us it's a ball because it is. Okay, well, that's some bullshit, but whatever. I'll ride with it. Okay. Well, if you can only see 3 miles, blah, 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 then the higher up you go, you see this. Okay, well, I did my calculations. I did my homework. I should not be able, let me get this image so you guys can see it. I shouldn't be able to see this image. There's no way in hell I should be able to see it. You guys have seen this one before. Let me go ahead and get it pulled up real quick. There you go. Or actually, you guys can't see it yet. Okay, so this image I took. Now, I get it. It's blurry as fuck. But guess what? It's just the way it's going to be for right now. I'll go ahead and even make it better for you guys. But I'm going to make it a full screen so you guys can see it a little bit better. Where am I? Go. We're going to go ahead and make this a full. There we go. So, like I was saying. Okay, so this image, like I was saying, it's taken from 40. Okay, first of all, let's make it really clear. If you look straight ahead, you'll see the tower. There's a tower that's on a mountain. I think it's about a mile maybe from where I'm at. But to the left of those, you'll see buildings. Those buildings are San Diego, Mission Beach. Beyond that is the ocean. That dark line you see running, let's say, just above the buildings. There's a really small dark line, and then there's a thick dark line. That is my horizon, and it's very clear to me while I'm sitting there that that is my horizon. I'm at 2,000 feet elevation. I did have my theodolite. I am figuring out how to actually plant the numbers that I calculated to a edited upload. But what a globe would say is that those buildings would be at a, I think they keep telling me by percent. I do it by my elevation. I should have a 3,000 to 4,000 foot drop elevation difference from my perspective level to those buildings or to the ground, which is sea level. I do the calculations. I got 2,500. I'm at 22. I got 25, which means the accuracy in which I could get varied within 300 feet of elevation. So we'll even say 20s. We'll say 28 just for shits and giggles. Still not enough for that to have been a curve. Not possible. I've had other globers look at this image, and you know what they tell me? Oh, well, how can you tell what the horizon is? You can't see it. I mean, you can't really see the horizon. Okay, fuck the horizon, because that horizon is 65 miles from my perspective to their calculator. But those buildings on that coastline are 48 miles. 48 miles, I should not be able to see those buildings. Just so you guys understand. That's just all there is to it. So when a glober can explain to me how my picture is taken and seen, when they explain to me how my image that I make that easily proves how easy it is to make your own fucking Earth. For you, those of you who just got here, what's up, New York? How you doing, sir? And Madon, I'll open this panel up if you let me know if you want to jump on real quick and explain. So what you guys are looking at again, for the people that just got here, you're looking at a globe that I made in 5 minutes off a flat Google Earth page. Now, here's the thing. Those in my United States, obviously way bigger than it quote unquote should be, but it was easy to do. 5 minutes it took me to make that globe off a flat image. What I am telling you guys is I believe that any globe image that they've shown us is a real image. So we'll go off this, like this one. This one, you guys are looking at mine. But we're going to go ahead and look at this one. So for those that just got here, so you look at this image, and what you're seeing is what I consider a spotlight image of land. If you're not catching, you're not running, understand what I'm saying? Here's what I'm saying. If you run a hot air balloon, take a picture of a neighborhood, crop it out, and and edit it into a circle, you're only going to see the amount of neighborhood that you have edited into that area. That doesn't mean that the neighborhoods around it that you don't see don't exist. So what I'm proposing is that these images that they're showing us, whether it be 2007 or 2012, are images taken straight down, not by different cameras, Madon, but by different elevations. So we'll jump for 2012. Obviously, that would be from a closer elevation, a lower elevation. Take the picture, go to your books and you edit everything around that area out. And like I said, it takes 2 minutes. I made an image that looks just as good into a globe in 5 minutes. And it looks just as good as that. So what I'm saying is that they go up high, they snap a shot, they get their image, they make their globe. Because, like I said before, it doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make. What's up, Allergic? What's up, Bo? Oh, that hurts, man. That hurts. Because I'm explaining it all right now. Bo don't know. But what I was saying is how do they present the 2012 image and the 2007 image as our globe with obvious differences in land masses, the size of the masses, the land masses? It doesn't make sense. So what I'm saying is that they crop it out from above and sell us a globe. Which also means there is more than likely, in my opinion, I know, I'm just playing with you. There most likely can be more land that they're not wanting us to know about. So anyone that just got here, let me show you. Matter of fact, let's do this. Because I know all these globers are going to be like, no, you didn't. You didn't make that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? I'm going to show you guys exactly how easy this is. And to make it clear, I purposely made it off sides of what Google wanted. You know, Google shows when I zoom out for the purposes of showing how they make these images and why they still, how a United States, half the globe they show us is still told to us it's the globe. If it's a camera, then why is it a globe? Shouldn't it just be a big ass regular image, not shaped into a fucking ball? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and get a screen share going. Where is it? There it is. Be nice and simple. There you go. All right. So, I mean, what you guys are looking at right now is exactly what I'm talking about. You're giving an area, and that's all you get to see. But when you do this, it changes. It's another image, you know. Now you're going to see a lot more. Keep going. Eventually, I mean, you're going to get to a point where you see the United States. Zoom out some more. Then you see the whole world. Right? Flat map. It's easy. Simple as it gets. Now watch. This is how easy it is. Go to capture. Capture entire page. There you go. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Done. Go to my files. Done. Saved. Easy, right? Go over here. Go to Google. Like I said, I literally just did this. Look. Computer generated globe. Go to my images. Let's go ahead and choose it. Pick the second one. Show you guys I did it. Look, watch this, ready? Boom. Done. Flat image into a globe. You notice that none of their images do this. You wanna know why? Because if you do, you'll see the seam. That's why they don't show us images like they take of that large ass fucking Earth and move it. But like I said, you guys are literally looking at a flat image put onto a ball. United States ain't that big, but that's how they did it. You just can't see all the land around it. Pretty simple. Now, is there a glober that'd like to jump on a panel and show me how I'm so damn wrong? What's up, I am Cat? It's been a long, long time. What does it prove? It proves how easy, for one, it is to make a flat area into a globe, and also why. If you didn't hear that, you just got here. Go ahead and rewind. I'm pretty sure a lot of people here. Okay, yeah. Let me get that going right now. I see you, New York. What's up, everything? How you doing? Exactly. That's simple. Go ahead and get this panel going real quick, guys. Because what got me thinking this is like, why? Because like Dreads and Dex on Dread, when he's on Dread's panels, they go over that one map, and that map shows a lot of fucking land, and these people are like all these Globers are like, those are old fucking maps. They didn't know what they're doing. Blah blah blah. Navigation wasn't the same. Now we have satellite blah bullshit. How come most of the ancient maps that we've seen depict flat and also a shit ton more land? Where the fuck is all that land that they're showing us that just magically disappears as maps start going along? They make these maps, they make globes, but less and less land is there. That would explain why Greenland, for instance, is usually so fucking huge in any fucking map you see. It's like, what the fuck? Like, what about that? Like, why do they feel the need to do that? That's what doesn't make sense to me. All right, so get this going. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat. Let me make sure I got this cropped and everything so it doesn't look like shit. Give me 1 second and I'll get those invites out. All right. With that link. There it is. All right. Back to the page. This is like, this is like me cutting out a picture of the tree and claiming that it's photosynthesis. No, that doesn't even make sense, I am Cat. What I just explained was taking an aerial image of a very large area and then cropping only the area you want seen. It's pretty simple. It's actually so simple it's ridiculous, like you said. It is very sad, very indeed. Well, I am Cat. Can the educational system that you're feel so very sad for, did it teach you to explain exactly, explain these things then? Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not sitting here telling you guys that this is exactly what it is. Period. I told you this is a brainstorm that I had that makes perfect goddamn sense to me. thank you, Bo. Yep, yep. Hey, what's up, Titan? How you doing, sir? Let me go ahead and throw this in there real quick, and as I wait for you guys to jump in, I'll explain the title. And if you guys are impatient, you guys can get the reasoning for the title in the bottom description. So, just so everyone knows, like I said, I was gone. I've been gone for a minute. A lot of work. I did a tournament, purple belt. That's all there is to it. I am not. I am no longer a blue. That's all that is. Gonna have that link in the chat. You guys want to jump on and talk about what's going on? Because, like I said, it's pretty simple to me how it works. It like I said, I'm not saying by any means this is it. There's no other way this could be done. But it makes a lot of sense to me why, how, and what's going on. So for those of you who don't know, and I'll go ahead and repeat it again, no problem at all. What do I do with that image? Why does it look like that? Yeah. All right, that's better. Okay, so what I have gone through is basically, what's up, George? Basically, guys, I what I did is I composited. I'm sorry for everyone that's been here because I know you guys sometimes get aggravated when I do this, but I'm gonna go over what's going on again. All right, New York. I'll do that right now. So basically, what I have figured, and I had brainstormed and figured that is more than possible, is that these images that of Earth, Titan, George. I know you guys just got here. These images are real. We are really seeing what they're showing us. And when we ask them, why is the United States so large in this globe? They tell us different cameras, they tell us perspective. But what I'm saying is it's what they're giving us, elevation. So, as you know, Titan, I believe in space. So let's say the image you're seeing in 2012 on the right of that United States that looks insanely large is just taken from a lower elevation than the other one, the one on the left. And then everything around it's cropped out, so you don't see it. Go over to the next one, 2007. It's the same thing happening, just from a higher elevation. They can see that much more land. Then it takes 2 minutes to literally make that image into a ball. You guys actually can rewind or whatever you like, but when I did it, and which took me 5 minutes, I came up with this. This is what I got after it. What you're looking at is a Google map that I zoomed out to my own accord. I decided what I would zoom out to. I took a screenshot, which I did on here. So if you guys want to go back into the stream, you'll see me doing it on the web. I literally did it in less than 2 minutes. Took this large flat image that I decided what focus or what elevation I would use. Screenshot, went to a website, and within 2 seconds had this made. That's how quick and easy it is. It's freaking insanely simple. And the funny part is the only person here, I am Cat, has told me that our education system has failed us. Thank you, McVice. Thank you, sir. But like I said, this is my image that I made in 5 minutes from this image. Let me go ahead and put the image that I made. The image that was it comes from. Yeah, right there. That image. A simple little image, flat as all shit. It won't shrink. There we go. Yep, that's it. Flat image that I took off a Google map is what you're looking at when you look at that ball. 2 minutes to make into a ball. Now, remember, And I know what you would say, I am Cat. You're taking an image from Earth and making it into a ball that it already was. But remember, I made it my own scale. My own scale to get this. Pretty damn good, my damn self, if I say so myself. And I can do this with any image. I can do this with a neighborhood. I can do this with a globe. It doesn't matter. What it means is all they're doing is cutting out what's on the outside of that cropped area, which in my opinion could be more land. That's all there is to it. All right, let me get these links out to you guys. And again, let me tell you, it's not going to be a very long stream. So if you guys want to get on, make it happen. New York, I'm sending that out to you right now. Let me see, where am I? All right, yeah, no worries, Bo. Got Bo Jackson. He's about to jump on. Let me see. York, man, we haven't talked in forever. I gotta make a new one. Let's just go here. Let me see. Let me go ahead and make sure something. All right, we're good. I add people. There you are. All right, New York. I added you. Again, if you guys want, anybody else wants to jump on, just let me know in the chat and get you on real quick. Let me see. Yeah, so until we just wait. All right, let's see. Cool. Yeah, just jump on New York. You're more than welcome. Yeah, so yeah, man, that's what it was. Did a little tournament, 6-0, 4 subs. Oh shit, man. How you doing? It has been fucking forever. How you been, man? Yep. Yeah, shit. The last time we talked, I was still a fucking Glover. Oh yeah, man. I do. I work hard now. I put work in now. All those notes, all those facts and shit you told me. Remember all those notes? Hmm? Yeah, and let me tell you, man. I still have a lot of uh, different views than flat earthers. I believe a lot of different things, but it realistic, man. You dreads the whole night. You guys are the reason. You guys gave me the little things to start looking into. Oh, you can't hear. Let me see. Hang on, real quick, because they're saying they can't hear you, and I gotta see why. All right, cool. They can hear you now. My bad. Don't worry, people. We didn't say anything epic or nothing. We just BSing. But yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some people in the chat.
Now,
Go ahead. My
uh-huh.
bad. No, go ahead.
Now that you see the things the way you see it different, isn't it weird when you go outside now? You constantly catches yourself looking up, like just all the time now. Like,
Well, see, that's the
do you
crazy part.
wonder?
So
Uh huh.
cause I tell a lot of people I hang out in a Discord. I hang out in a
Mhm.
lot of the Globers like their servers and stuff, and I'm cool with a lot of them. Yeah, same thing, respect given, respect earned. So I hang out with both sides, but when I have these conversations with them, the first thing they always want to do is like the sun. What doesn't change sizes? The moon, blah blah blah. And this is what actually got me thinking about what I was showing you guys. It was like, I mean, how hard would it be to just crop a circle of an image and then
I see that.
fold it back? It's I literally did it in less than 2 minutes. It's not hard at all. That's the crazy part.
Well, you know the globe, the model, the thing you see at school. That I got one of inside. The reason some people say the reason they created that is for all the kids could gather around it. It's like everybody can see something at one time. That's the reason they created it. So now they're starting to say that it's not really a globe, but it's something else. You know, they just keep catching us, and you look like, what the hell?
Yeah.
You don't know what to believe because they're trying to pollute the mind. That's all.
Oh yeah. And the crazy part is you know, oh, and it's like a new saying I have. So what I have found happens is Globers, they, best way to put it, they're more confident in science than scientists are confident in science. And they don't realize they they think they know, but they're not willing to really understand and research the shit they spout
Mhm.
repetitively.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Because it's a it's a belief. It's a belief system. It's a religion to them.
yeah,
You look at it. Who created this stuff? Let's go back. Who created this way of thinking? Okay.
governments, churches,
The Copernicus. Copernicus started this globe model, right? But who? But do you know that Copernicus, once he even created it, they told him to release his study. He didn't want to release it because even him himself doubted it. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
So they forced him. But the behind forces behind him, there were a lot of Vatican Jesuit people behind this whole way of thinking. The manipulation is crazy, bro. It goes deep. You know what I'm saying?
uh, what's up, Bo? How you doing, sir?
What's up? I thought I was in the hangout, and then when I went to my phone, it kicked me out.
Oh, okay, I see.
But I wasn't able to listen, so I'm gonna listen to what you guys are building on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries.
All right.
Go ahead, York. My bad.
Um, so there is a devious people. They lurk like freaking leeches, like vampires, and they get off on disturbing the peace. If you, for for so many words I can say like that. I don't want to say. I don't want to be like nasty, not like that, because I'm a little fed up with stuff that's going on in New York. All these senseless killing everywhere. So I've been thinking about that too. But that's what they doing. They're destructing the energy, all the flow, just because they want. Just because they really is just because they see people getting along. They see people loving each other, and they say, "Now let's just fuck that up." You know what I'm saying?
Hmm?
So all this, and now the Space Force. You know, I was watching some interview people. They were asking them, "What do you think about the Space Force?" 99.9% don't even know what the hell the Space Force is, but they were saying, "But it sounds cool."
Well, check this
So
out.
I guess.
All these people are so damn surprised about this. A lot of people don't. They've had a space military for a very, very long time. And the crazy part is I remember the reason I remembered this was because Dreads was talking about it. This was months
Mhm.
and months ago. They were they were they put out an ad or a call, I
Mhm.
guess you would call it, searching for somebody to head an agency of like space defense, and their job
Mhm.
was to look for anything that would harm the world. It was
Mhm.
under a government. It was under a military advisory. That is a space military, regardless. Trump may have made it a whole different thing, but it's the same fucking thing.
Look, man.
Hold on.
Talking about Trump.
Would you say
Talking
same
about.
thing as what?
The same thing. Okay, um, months and months ago. I mean, they've had this for many years. I'm talking. as far as I can remember when I read up, at least 20 years, 30 years, they had this agency that their responsibility is to make sure there are no incoming. So, missiles, asteroids, comet, you name it, their job, the responsibility, what they were
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for was to be ahead of the agency that did this.
They just renamed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all it is. And
Yeah,
Trump made it sound a whole lot more.
it's scary.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is.
Yeah,
And all these people are
you're
talking.
right.
Do we really listen, man? This is what I have to say about that. Do we really, as a freaking country, need to be spending money? We can't fucking, we can't help 2,400 freaking brothers because those are our brothers, our southern, the Mexican. We can't help 2,001, but we want to build a fucking space force.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Like, I don't agree with it, but it's always been there, man.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? That's the thing. Like, they're
They're just
making
gonna
it look.
tax us more.
Yeah,
They're gonna
hey,
take
it's
more
it's
fucking
another
money
way
on
for them
us.
to
That's
take.
all they're gonna do.
Yeah, there's another way for them to take more money.
Yup.
That's all it
And
is.
then people in the fucking rallies in South Carolina or whatever, North Carolina, they go, yeah, Space Force, dude. Motherfucker, you ain't got no fucking money. They're going to take the little shit you already got. They're going to take it
Yeah.
away. They're already taxing us with the fucking culture tax. A lot of people don't even know about the culture tax. A culture tax, you're
Hey,
paying for culture food all the time, and you don't even know it. That shit already got me
hey,
pissed off.
yeah. Listen, you know what they'll
Mm-hmm.
probably do too is
Mm-hmm.
they'll start having taxes added on to plane flights, all kinds of stuff for that same program there.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't be
You know what
surprised.
the biggest company right now who took the biggest hit when it comes to these terror is the company who makes that nails. All the nails, the metal nails that we use to build houses or whatever, they took the biggest hit. You know how many houses are being built in Florida every single fucking day?
Shit town.
I don't know, man.
Shit town.
I don't know.
Hey,
But
if there's a
this
way for
thing,
them to
this
tax shit, they'll find a way, man.
they're gonna find it.
Yeah.
And this Space Force that we're talking about, it is just another way, another fucking movie. They're gonna make movies out of it. They're gonna freaking get people go to the. They're gonna go get people to go to the movie theater because they're gonna come out with some movie. There's some disaster, some new shit they're gonna come out with. They just keep on the loop. They just keep us on the loop, And then they're gonna be like people like us, like Sean, like you and me, boy. We all like, mm-hmm. Like, you ain't like we ain't that stupid. We see it coming, and just there's a bunch of stupid people in this country, but I don't want to call them that. I just call them misinformed because we were misinformed at one point, and we have to treat everybody like I post on everything. I don't care what it is. If I have something to say, I'll post it. And you know what I get a lot? I get a lot of replies on you're a fool, you're an idiot, you're dumb. That's the best they could come up with. That's their argument. That's the logical argument. You're a fool. You're an idiot.
I've been told that forever.
Dude, but I have more degrees than half of them
Yeah,
idiots.
that's the thing, man. It's like no matter what you tell them, it's like they're only gonna believe what they believe.
So it's a belief system.
Yeah.
This whole country dwells on belief system. We dwell on the religion system. We dwell on the science system. We dwell on, we fucking believe on anything. We're a bunch of freaking science fiction believers. We believe in everything.
Yeah. And now we believe in the
Around.
Space Force.
And now we believe in Space Force. And there's a shit lot of people who believe that Donald Trump is the savior. They believe that he's a savior.
Hey,
The motherfucker's a fucking gangster.
Well, the
you
crazy
think
part is now that opens the doors up for all these fucking alien and UFO guys. Why? Why?
What stops other forces? Or let's say he decides, well, let's do a new urban force to combat these gangsters or these new gangs threats, like a big urban force. They come and break your down. They're already doing it, but let's say they make it worse. They can use it with the MS-13 and now with the New York thing. That shit's been bugged wild. They're gonna stop looking for guns.
Sean,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right, man. That I was on the other line, but when I heard you say they're going to use that for like there's so many avenues they can use that program for now, like this fake alien all kinds of stuff,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
I think that's what they're doing with that, and then
Yeah.
it's just another way to get people to believe in it. Like, oh, the government, they're hiding something. That's why they're creating a space force. They know something's out there.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
And a
Like,
bunch of idiots are gonna buy shit all the time.
Yeah.
They're gonna buy it.
Yeah, and they'll have a bunch of other programs like branched off of that. I guarantee it.
What was it?
Yup. And then they're gonna start having the youth, the young youth, the 14-year-olds. They get young early, just like the police, the young youth police. They're gonna have that same thing. They're gonna have their virgin. They're gonna have scholarships. They're gonna have money involved in the school. They're gonna brainwash these people to believe something, spend their whole fucking life and their money around it, and only maybe a few might be able to see something. And then when they realize, yeah, damn, they just fucked me over.
But see, the joke's on us because they ain't changing anything different. They're still doing the same thing they did, like Sean said, 20 years ago.
You remember the video when Neil Armstrong, all the 3 astronauts came back, they were sitting on a table and they were being recorded for whatever reason. It was supposed to be like an interview, but they didn't talk at all. They didn't say a word, any of them.
That's that.
And they just accomplished
guilty conscience. They knew what it was.
Something was up, right? Those guys never gave an interview ever.
Because they knew they didn't go. Those were paid actors, if you ask me, man.
Yeah, the crazy part
But
is
horrible ones. I don't think
when they were talking
they
about
didn't realize how deep it was going to be.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that's the thing.
To be honest with you, that was one of the things that started believing in the flat Earth.
Yeah.
All the lies.
Well,
That's what started to. See, I didn't have the brother Sanchez yet at the time that started to believe in flat Earth. The first person I came across the flat Earth thing was Marsh.
Mark Sargent.
The one who did the 200. Yeah, Mark Sargent. He was the one I first saw. And that shit, all the question he was asking was legit. And I was like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Hey, it's kind of like I remember because Sanchez is the one that I found first, and like the stuff that he was saying, man, like I didn't disagree with it right away. It like resonated with me immediately.
I like Sean. To be honest, I can't wait. We need to help Sean to get him more following. Because Sean is so fucking thorough. I like it. I like he admitted he was a fucking glow, and he fucking fought. I remember we used to diss him. I was one of them dissing him. I'm like, yo, this dude is stuck. He's still stuck in that
I'm telling
shit.
you, I fight just as hard. I fight harder.
But see, you was probably into the space. You was probably into the space stuff beforehand, wasn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, I never was, and I think that was why it was so easy for me.
But see, that's like I was telling New York, and I'm pretty sure you already know, Bo. But like I believe in space. I believe a lot of I believe in a lot of different things than a lot of flat earthers. But at the same time, it's all about I'm here to build. I'm here to find out truth. I can't
because you can't just dismiss all
exactly.
of it,
I can't mainstream an idea.
And when you do that, you're just hurting yourself because you can't just take all of it and say, oh, this is the only thing that's real and everything up there is a lie, because you don't know. You ain't never been up there. But one thing is for a fact that it's flat, and all the other space stuff, like I keep that kind of separate. Like I have my own beliefs on it, but it's like I can't prove it, so it's like I'm not going to dismiss it either.
Oh, exactly. And the best part about the way I go about it is, yeah, I do believe in space, but at the same time, that opens the doors up for me to go, hey, all these things that your science has said about the universe doesn't fucking work. So explain that. And, same thing happens. They get all tongue-tied. Right. They can't explain certain things. And like
a lot of people start putting their beliefs into it, and like I catch that like immediately.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's like when they start doing that, what that does is people need to get their beliefs out of it. That's why I don't ever speak on space or any of that, is because I don't know. But when people start putting their beliefs in it, and then it turns me off of it, and it makes me think that stuff like is not real. You know what I'm saying? It's like beliefs really kill that part of it out with space with me when people start putting their beliefs in it.
Yeah, you have to realize that the reality of everything is 90% of us aren't going to be able to just go out and find truth without, what the truth is, writing it here and now. The things that, that are secret, top secret, we're onto something, but all these Globers act like we don't know what the fuck we're talking about because we can't give them every bit of information. If it's top
Yeah.
secret, what really do you think we're going to just be able to just come out of nowhere with?
Yeah, because you're a flat earther doesn't mean that you have access to all their information.
Exactly. And
you know what I mean? And that's what they think. They start
yeah.
bringing up all these questions, and then they find a handful of questions that can't really be answered. And then it's like, what's below the flat earth? I don't know.
I
You know what I'm saying?
haven't
But
been
then
there.
when you
Sorry.
start in- when
What
you-
holds
yeah,
what holds the earth?
yeah, when
I
you
don't
engage
know.
in that
Okay,
conversation,
what fucking holds your earth?
yeah, but when you
What
engage in
holds
that
the spinning
conversation, it
ball?
makes you look like an idiot.
Yeah. And even worse,
And it's
Yeah,
like
but
you
that's
need
they
to
know
stop
everything. That's my favorite
You
part.
need to stop the conversation and say, listen, we're going into beliefs now. This is what I believe, instead of, like, I hear a lot of people say, well, it's this or it's that. And it's like, hold on, man. I can't agree with that, because you don't know and I don't know. And there's probably, most of us don't know. Like you said, there's people that probably know, but I mean, how we ever going to get to that information, I don't know. The average Joe is
Time.
not going to come across that information, man.
The only thing I can tell you is we need to follow the middle of the earth and be clean, fast, clean the gut, complete before you get there. You need to be on your vibration level has to be, what is it? Oh shit, three? No, it's a megahertz. It's 432,
Yeah.
432 megahertz. This is what the Buddhists that you want to be in that vibration. Okay. Well, if you get there, right, if you're worthy, you're gonna see something. Only a certain few. This is why nobody can get there, because nobody's worthy. But there's a couple of people who's post a couple of books that I'm reading, and it's just language. We need to decipher the language. We need to really get into the language. They love fucking with the logos. They love messing with what's just learn the roots of words and you will understand more. I think you will appreciate me giving you this advice, because a lot of people who are linguistics and understand words can decipher more things than normal people and understand things. And if you get into the book, like I told Dre yesterday, I think it's called, I've been reading it, it's really good, man. If you could get a hand copy of it, it's better than the Kindle. But if you could get a PDF, it'll be cool. It's called The Language of Crystals. And that
Yeah.
book is like $200 right now. And
Yeah.
if you can find it, get it, man.
But see, you're right with, like, the words and sign. But here's what they do: they make it they make it so complicated that to where most people, when they get into it, it's just like, they don't know which way to go. Like, if you start thinking this thing means this, but you could be wrong. Like, it sends you down a whole another path. Like, if a lot of people get frustrated with it, and that's like the goal, I think, with it, is they make
They
it
have
so
three
confusing,
different
man.
meanings of words.
Yeah. And it's
Many different words. I mean, they always do that.
yeah,
You just got to know which one it is.
yeah.
Which
They're like
one makes sense to you? Which one makes more sense to you?
you're like dealing with master manipulators, man, because they manipulate everything they
These
touch.
guys might not. It's possible that these people been around since the beginning of time. Their bloodline's been there. They figured out a way to keep this
They just
whole
they just keep
conspiracy in
passing that
check.
knowledge. They keep passing that
Yep.
knowledge down.
There was a
But
freaking
Sean,
high school girl. I don't know if you heard about this. There was a high school girl who did a project on all the president and came to the conclusion that all president except one were all related by blood,
yeah,
including Obama at the time she was
she
doing
was
it.
like really young too.
I think I heard about that.
Yeah. Hey,
So
Sean,
that leads to believe that this right now is also part of that bloodline.
What were you saying?
Why change?
What were you saying, Bo?
I didn't mean to cut him off. He can get
No,
I'll ask you in a minute.
All right, no worries.
Go ahead. Go ahead, New York.
No, I was just asking
I
why
didn't.
change.
I did. You was cutting out, and I cut you off. My bad. Hey, is my audio good?
Yeah, it's good. I can hear
Yeah,
you.
you good.
Okay. Hey, listen.
It's probably me. I'm in the back of my house in the boondocks.
Yeah, you were cutting in and out for a minute every once in a while.
Hey, that's the best place to be. But
Yeah,
listen,
I'm off the grid.
you said something earlier about when you did the map or when you did the globe and you like cropped it, threw it on there, and you said why would they uh, make that landmass look so big?
Mhm.
Remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what do you believe that why they do that?
I just think it's the elevation at which they take the image, and
You,
then it's a way for them to say all these. Oh no, perspective. You see this? Oh no, no, no. It's not what you think.
yeah,
It's this.
that's what I was. That's what I was getting at. That's they do that to play with that,
Yeah,
don't they?
they have
It's
they.
called trickery.
Yeah, they need.
Yeah,
They got the trickery.
They gave themselves the
man, that was
ability to
so
fuck up.
simple that what you did, man. That was good shit. I mean that makes a hell of a lot of sense because I had a lot of questions like why do they keep changing this, making it look bigger, and it's like it makes you think are they really taking a photo up there and it just
Yeah.
that's what they're doing it to play with you.
Yeah.
And I think they also want you to think that like these lands are a lot bigger than what they are, and not even that, just making it to where it looks like it's taking up that whole globe so that you don't ask what's underneath of it. And like you said, you see the crofting when you get to the bottom of it.
Yeah. See, the problem I had is what doesn't make sense is if it is perspective and it is the camera, when we get this image of a United States that's over almost half the fucking globe, why is it a globe? Why isn't it just an image? Why isn't it regular shaped, not all
Yeah.
bent like a ball? Why do they do that if it's just perspective?
Just like they show you why ain't it just like it is on Google Earth?
Exactly. I mean, realistically, and it's all perspective. It's all the camera, but no real explanation.
Yeah, you're right, man. And that's I can't believe nobody's really pointed that out. Maybe they have, but I haven't seen it like that. How you broke it down, which that was really good, man.
That's
And
just science,
especially
man. He
when
just
you turn,
he's
when,
he's
when you,
observing.
yeah,
He asked the question. He created the scientific method. He's a scientist. I could see that.
hey, when you turn that globe upside down, I was like, oh no.
Well,
It was
it's crazy because when you look at it at the globe that they give you, even when like you have these, you get to the websites where it's a globe. If you tilt it, Antarctica is like dead smack right in the center of the bottom. But if you look at it from how they show us, it's more than half of it is up by South America and Africa. But it's like, okay, well, doesn't that seem kind of weird that if you're looking
does.
at it like that, then doesn't that mean everything on the back side of the globe is just ocean? But there's no ocean that big. You could say the
Yeah, you're
Pacific,
right.
but you're looking at the Pacific right there.
Yeah, so why would you even consider it being a globe when just by looking at it like that? I mean, you know, I have a lot of problem with explaining stuff to people, and it makes it a hell of a lot easier when you got a globe sitting there in front of you,
Oh yeah.
and you say, "Look, how
Like
do you?"
this,
You know what I mean? Because a lot of
like
people,
this one.
Oh.
yeah, because you know why? It's hard for people to put that in perspective because you know why? They're naturally wanting to make it look like it would be like it would be flat because they say no, it'll work on a globe, and it's like yeah, but is that perspective on a ball or is it on something flat? But then when you bring the ball up and you show them, well, show me how how it works for you, how you think it works, and then when you show them like a globe and they start explaining it, they start getting stumped because they actually realize it can't work like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But when you don't have the globe in front of you, it's easy for them to sit there and say this and that. But when you put it in front of them, you say, all right, now show us how that would work. It's especially with like airplanes and boats. And it's like, well, when someone's at the top, what is everybody doing at the bottom of this ball? You know what I mean? Are they upside down? And it's like, they don't get that. But when you show them something that's round and then you show it and they're like, oh man, I don't know. They say, well, that's your perspective from down there. It's like, regardless of what it is, they're upside down compared to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And
You know what I mean? And
oh, yeah.
it's like it really gets them, man. Like but it's hard to sit there and explain that to somebody when you don't have that globe in front of you.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't get it.
Oh yeah. And I've gotten in conversations, like Gary, and I
Yeah.
go, okay, so people in Australia aren't upside down? And he goes, no. And I go, wait a minute. But Earth is a ball, and you go to space, and you're looking at if you look at Earth, you're telling me that they're not. No, because you see them right side up. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
There's
Okay,
then
but
then he
that
goes,
you're
there's no
right.
up and down. Wait, what time out?
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, where do you come up with that at? But here's how I got the guy that I was talking to the other day when he said, well, you're just not viewing it from their perspective. You just think that they're upside down, but they're not. I said, okay, if I jump in a plane and I start from where I'm up, standing straight up, and I go around that ball, at some point when I get to the bottom, you're going to tell me that plane ain't upside down?
No, man. It's
No, no,
it's
no. I said,
perspective.
yeah, when did the plane turn around? You know what I mean? When did the plane turn around to be at their perspective?
Yeah,
I do that all the time with people here when I invite them. Look, check it out. I got the little plane. I built a little plane, like $1 at the dollar store, and I bought this at the like a garage sale for like $10. And I do the same thing. What do you do? Are you like this?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Or
It's
like
like
this?
it don't make no sense. Even if like I was going to get a globe, and my little boys got some little bitty Lego houses, and I was
Yeah.
going to glue them to the globe
yeah.
and like show them. It's like this is like sometimes you got to do that with people to make it. You got to dumb it down that much to where they actually get it, because it's like, hey, I do elevators for a living, and I ain't never put it. And I've worked overseas everywhere because I'm in a union elevator constructors. And
Hell
my
yeah.
company I work for is Japan based. It's Fuji Tech, and
Hell
and they make their own elevators. And I said I have never did service on an elevator where it was built upside down. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, or I've never seen an elevator shaft built at a 20-degree angle, at a 90-degree, wherever it would be at on your globe. I've yet to come across that, and I've been on 1,000 different elevators all over the place, from east to west coast. Been to Norway, been a lot of places, man, and traveled, and I've never seen an elevator shaft that ran like nothing but straight up and down, perfect. You know what I mean? It's like there's nothing, anything you think of is like crazy to think that it would work on a globe.
Yeah, and understand it. They act like, well, all these things that we can do in our observations and studies and tests, it all shows us we live on a ball.
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, here's the problem. You're you're taking information that they're giving you to equate to a ball. Now, you know what that sun's doing when it's set. No. Well, I can have someone else observe it. Okay, but do they know what the nighttime's doing at the same? It's like it's the science. It's very easy to just make these things work.
Mm-hmm.
I just made a flat Earth work as a globe.
Yeah. And it's like, how can you explain that? It should, if it's really a globe, that should never work like that.
And I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, because a lot of Globers that I do talk to probably haven't stopped through yet and seen this stream. I'm gonna take that image I took, and I'm gonna talk to them like I got that from NASA, and I guarantee you they are more than willing to sign off that that is really Earth, as is. It's perspective. Yeah. Guess what?
Yeah.
My perspective.
Exactly.
It's my
Exactly.
editing work.
Yeah. Exactly.
And like I said, if I can do it in the 1 minute that I did it live on this
Now,
stream, you're telling me NASA can't just fucking
they
go
got
apeshit?
guys working hours on it trying to get it to where, for their trickery.
Shit, NASA even has videos of how great their editing software is. Like,
Yeah.
why would they show us how
You should
good?
never have to edit anything, man. Like,
Yeah, especially if you're trying to prove that we went to the moon.
because the NASA is a Jesuit freaking secret freaking agency, and they like to mock us. That's why they do little things here and there to show you
Yeah.
they're in control.
Yeah.
They're just doing it to piss you off, to get your blood going, to
What
tell you
really
they're in
got
control.
me, what really
That's
got
all.
me is it's like, hey, how come your planets and stars don't look like my planets and stars when I look through my telescope?
Oh, that's what.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
that's what I ask everyone now. So when I hear some Glober go, what are you talking about? I saw so and so planets. I see the planets. I go, how many planets, objects did you see compared to light that you've seen? Because I'm sorry, how do you look at something and go, "That's a planet"?
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
What it's the wording, man. It's like here's the thing. Like when I've looked at stars in so-called planets through my telescope, all I see is looks like some kind. You know what it looks like? Like a gas that and or whatever they use in neon tubes. Like when it's when they're lit up, like it's like an
Oh,
orb.
yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or they got that. Like the ones that I seen had like they were just constantly moving and transforming. Like Sanchez has a really good video of it on one of his streams. It like I've seen them to where they kind of like change colors, and it just looks like some kind of a light orb or something. It's weird.
Well, that's the other thing. If if you talk to them and they all know how far stars are and what these things are, and I go, how do you tell how far a star
Yeah,
is
where?
if you
Yeah,
can't tell where it comes
I
from or the object it's
I
coming
hunt.
from?
Yeah, and I hunt, and I have a rangefinder.
Yeah.
Right. That rangefinder can go pretty far away. So what kind of range? And listen, the rangefinder I got cost like $300. So what kind of distance? What are you measuring this distance with, and how much was that device, and where'd you get it at? Because I ain't never seen one that will go billions of miles.
Well, see, here's the crazy part.
It's a theory, right?
It's a
How
very
to use
oh
it.
yeah, exactly. This is a very simple
Yeah.
experiment anybody can do that no one has been able to answer for me as a glober. Go outside in the middle of the night, get one of those, those 1,000,000 watt flashlights,
Yeah,
shine it straight ahead,
I knew you was gonna say this.
have somebody go stand directly in front of that light and shine it in their face. Walk backwards and forward as far as you want. They will never be able to tell how far or close you
Yeah,
are.
you're
Now,
right.
they can walk 20 feet to any side and then tell how far you are, but they cannot do that. No science, no scientist,
Because it
no
has
astronomer.
to have something to reflect off of. It has
Exactly.
to have something to hit off of to get that distance.
Yeah,
Or it's just going to be infinite.
they can't see the sides. They can't see the
Yeah.
back. So they
You're
cannot
right.
tell you how far that is. It's
They have
impossible.
nothing to judge it off of.
In
Yep,
fucking
you're
possible.
right. So when they're shining that out there, it's like, I mean, but here's the thing, it's like all that is belief because we've never seen that kind of equipment, them using it to show us like this is how they got that distance. They just make up those numbers.
Oh, and
And it's like,
it's to the point now where they're open about it. Everything they get from space is data. It's not images. I got somebody tell me the other night on the last stream I had because I was talking about how Hubble doesn't give you HD images. They have a crude image from Hubble, and all they really get is the data from it, and then they depict that data into an image that they show everybody. I showed there's a nebula, the Horseface Nebula. This beautiful, I'm talking beautiful image. I cannot lie, it's beautiful. The problem is that is not what's there. And the Hubble website says it openly. They get data.
yeah, and you
then
know why? That's like
their
a
lab.
little soft disclosure to show, like, so you can't say they're lying.
Yeah.
Right? 'Cause they're really telling you that they're just making it
So
up.
you can't sue them for that.
And they go,
Yeah,
and then
you know what I'm
Globers go,
saying? Like, it's
yeah,
pretty
they
short.
take that data and they make it into an image for people to understand. And I go,
Yeah.
okay, that's what they do, but that also means anything they want that to represent is what it is, and you just buy it.
Yeah, you just take it for face value. What they
Yeah,
say.
it's 2000.
Because
Go ahead.
you cannot you can't really argue it because you don't have the equipment that, if they do have this high tech equipment, how could you ever argue it? Because you have no argument because you don't have the equipment that they use to test it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you have
Let me
to
ask you
believe
something,
it,
Sean.
and they know that.
Can we measure the sun light beam with any device?
And that's the other funny part. They cannot peer through a telescope and look at the sun without filters. Here's the problem with a filter.
Filters, yeah.
The filters will not give you an accurate distance and or image of what you're looking at. It just doesn't work that way. Now, anybody could say, well, they do this. So here's how you know. There's not one scientist on this planet that will ever tell you we measure the sun's distance by measuring it. They can't. They can't look at the sun. The same reason you can't look at the sun, they can't look at the sun. And guess what?
Right.
It's always some other
Yeah.
place that they have to look at first, which is some
Yeah.
other place that they can't really tell how far what is.
And then they measure, and then they
To have
take
a
some kind
reference?
of, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it,
it's a reference,
that's
right?
do you know there's
That's
a
okay, good. I'm getting.
scientist says that there's an area between the sun and Mercury that they can't figure out if there's a fucking planet there. How do you like if you can't
Is
see?
that new
No, this is
Nubio?
this is
Nubio?
this is
I
old.
know.
This has been around for a
Okay.
while now, and the problem is
Okay.
they say it's too close to the sun, or there's a gap too close to the sun to be able to tell if there's a planet there. Okay, well if you can't see that, how the fuck do you see, or how are you telling me what you see? Don't make sense.
Yeah, and how are you seeing all this other stuff? You know, but here's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, did you look at the moon last night?
Say again?
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Oh
did,
man,
Oh yeah.
Was it
it
huge?
was crazy. It was full
hey,
moon.
Was it huge where you was at?
Yeah. Oh,
Hell yeah,
whoa,
man.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
It was so
whoa.
incredible.
Red,
That's
When
a
I was
and orange?
recording it.
That's a phenomenon. Damn. Right, tongue tied like a motherfucker.
Listen, what was weird was at 6 o'clock in the morning, the moon was on top of me, but the sun was coming out
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
from
yeah.
the east.
All right, now you show right there is what I'm saying. Now, how could that happen on a globe? So what? All right, so think about it, like because I've been seeing the sun and moon out at the same time. But what's weird is like during the day the moon stays in one spot of us all day long. Then it'll get night, the moon will still be there, and then it starts to move at night, and then it'll start going, and it stays there all night. So my question is, what is everybody seeing on the other side of the globe? When I could see both moon and sun, like what are they seeing on the backside or underneath? You know, from me, like it's the globe would have to block some of that.
Hey, I'm sorry to cut you off real quick. I had someone in the chat. I gotta respond to him. A guy, just a second, says what we were talking about with the stars and being able to tell the distance. He says it's called galactic or stellar parallax. He said, had you actually looked it up, you would have known this. Okay, check this out just a second. And then at the very end, he goes, you can now yell at me like a child. No, you obviously already know.
Oh,
The problem
we don't
is,
do that.
Yeah.
with stellar parallax, which I have looked into, and I'm not gonna lie, I just actually started looking into it. Do you see what we said? The sides and or the back of these quote unquote stars. That's my question to you. Just a second.
Yeah.
And if you say yes, I definitely want some proof of that because no.
Yeah, I want to know how you're getting to the back sides of those. And
Yeah.
seeing it.
When I look up under what you're saying, that means when I look up right now and I look at the North Star, when the Earth does its quote unquote tilt, I should be able to see the sides of the North Star.
Sides.
But you don't.
Exactly. You don't. You never do. And I ain't never seen a photo of it.
Okay. So he says I lied. So just a second. How did I? If he says if I looked into it, how did I lie? Or why would I lie? Why do the sides and the back needed for the parallax? Because how do
That's
you?
usually the argument from when somebody doesn't freaking got it and they don't know how to argue. They just say
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like
exactly.
that. Just let you know.
Just a second. If you have a friend, I emphasize on if, get a flashlight, have him point it in your face, and he can move. He can move anywhere he wants. If he's pointing it at your face like these stars are to us, you're not going to be able to tell where he is. And explain to me how far he is. Otherwise.
And it makes sense because think about it. I've been outside before, and there's been stars and the moon that look so close, man. It's just like it almost it's weird. Sometimes it looks like you can almost touch it, but you know what I'm saying? Not to be stupid like that, but it looks so close. But then and it's like so. You're right, man. The perspective of that, like you're saying, shining that light, there is no way to tell. Even though it may look close or look far away, you don't know. You would never be able to tell, and it just you wouldn't be able to gauge that distance at all.
Second. Typing that guy in the chat.
Man, we're probably gonna die and not really be 100%
You'll never know all the truth, man. That's
right.
that's that's the
That's
thing.
what
Like,
I refuse to.
yeah,
I
and
wanna
you know what
I
I mean?
wanna
Because I don't
start
want to
doing
say
a what do you call it?
you'll you'll never know. I don't want to say that, but I believe this. This is just my belief. Like that's part of your journey of life is to. And once you know it all, like what would you do if you did know all the truth, everything right now? Like you wouldn't have, you know what I mean? That quest or that
Your
journey is
brain would
gone. Like,
snap. You would just
yeah,
fucking wig
like
out.
what would you do with all that information? You wouldn't be able to. Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to retain all of it, and you wouldn't be able to it just would be so much, man. Because
I really
there's so much
we
out there.
live in
Because look how it'll give you a headache now, like it does me doing the research on it, man, and like trying to filter through stuff, and it's a lot,
Hang on, hang on.
and you don't
we,
really know if what you're even researching, like
what are we?
if you ain't got
Even
it.
if we are globe or a flat Earth, why the whole purpose of creating just this whole thing
What, the
and then
globe?
create humankind? And then humankind is so ungrateful because you know there's a lot of ungrateful human beings out here killing each other like animals, okay? And wars all over the place, fathom of death, destruction. What's the point?
Yeah, but see
If,
that's the thing though. Like all that what you're talking about, none of that existed until man created religions and all this crazy stuff. And I think
I
that's what's
agree,
changed. I think that's what changed society and made it the way it was. Like all this evil shit that
but
goes
you
on
gotta
and all
go
this.
back to who started that change,
Exactly.
and it keeps coming back to the same people, man.
Mhm.
And it's
Because religion, we all know what that is, man. That's there to divide. They call it. They use it for
divide and
all
conquer.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah, divide and conquer.
Yeah, like
That's what they
see,
did
that's
when they
another
came
thing.
to America. That's
Yeah,
exactly what they did. They became friends with the Indians first. They
they
got them
handed
into
that
their
Bible.
side.
Hey, they made their own religion for the Indians and gave them their own Bible, and just like they did everybody else.
Yeah, and
You
they
know what I mean?
told
It's
them
like
if you
that.
don't follow this, we're gonna kill you. And they were like, who do
Yeah,
what?
you're the first, you're the best, your God's the
Do,
best, all that,
do
and then
you
it gets everybody arguing.
do you know Thanksgiving was they were actually it was a massive death. I mean, a freaking massive death. Over 300,000 of Indians died that day,
Yeah, we
and
celebrated.
the we celebrated that as a thanks. They were still alive, those soldiers. But
No,
it was really it was really a carnage. It was really a sad day in this country. A
yeah.
lot of people died that day. So I do not celebrate Thanksgiving.
Hey, guess what? You ever seen that movie Beetlejuice?
You know you celebrate
Yeah, oh yeah,
Thanksgiving,
hell yeah.
Christmas,
Hey,
Easter.
you say
Yo, what's
Madonna's
up,
name
You
Madonna?
three
You
even
get the
waiting
times.
for
fuck out of
Santa.
here with
What's popping?
hell no. I don't
Well,
celebrate no holidays like that. For real.
Madonna, you're like Beetlejuice. Say your name three times and he appears.
Fuck man.
No,
Somebody said his name.
sounds like Candyman.
Somebody sure
What's
did say
good?
his name. Fuck
I
out of
can't call it.
here.
I'm just
Yeah.
listening to
Hey,
Sean. What's up?
hey, did you see Sean do that with the globe?
What's up, Madon? How you doing, sir?
I was in and out, man. I was in for a minute, then I had to go to the store, and I just came back when he sent me. I saw the little, he sent me the invite, but I saw some of the stuff he was saying, man. But you know, it was pretty much foolishness. But
Ah.
Shit.
no, I'm just playing, Sean.
Yo,
But
stop
no,
that shit, man. You gotta respect them. You gotta respect them.
nah,
He
you
got
trying his
skill.
best,
He got
man.
skill.
But you know, you can't debunk the group.
Every
I mean, you can
every man
try,
has
but
their opinion.
no,
Everybody here, everybody has to have their own opinion.
I haven't seen no one debunk the globe yet. But keep trying. I mean, you know.
You can't prove it.
Madon, have you
Yeah.
flushed those jewels yet? Cause man, they stink.
The funny thing is, they always talk about the flat Earth, but they can't prove their own globe.
It's already
Talk all,
proven
they
to
talk
further
all that
notice.
Well,
shit.
the funny thing
If
is,
the
It
is
flat
was
Earth,
created by
Ma-
it
to
was
the
created by the Jesuits. You know that.
Madon, we're still here,
no,
man.
that's not true, man.
Madon, we're still here.
Huh?
We're still here.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
Madonna, I got a serious question for you.
I'm listening.
Why? This is just I want your belief on it. What do you think the flat Earth came about for?
Well, you mean
The topic.
during
Why do you
the new
why do you
era,
think?
you mean the new era of
Yeah,
flat Earth or the
yeah,
ancient
yeah.
flat Earth?
Give me both.
I don't know where the new one came from, man. I was battling some Hebrew brothers, man, about 2.5, 3 years ago, and they brought it up because a couple of my Hebrew brothers they believe in the flat Earth, and we went at it, we battled it out. So I don't know what made it come about. I'm still kind of in the dark on what made
Me
flat Earth
too.
come back to
That's what it is.
surface after it had been buried over 500 years.
Flat Earth
Now,
don't die. He
hey, now let me
multiply.
ask you: Did you hear what Sanchez was saying the other night about why he thinks they rolled out flat Earth?
Now, what did he say?
Uh, and it kind, I don't, but this is coming from someone that knows it's flat. All right.
Right.
Uh, I don't want to quote him on it, but I'll just. He said that he thinks that it got brought out because think about it. What would be the best way if you was just say you was doing some kind of survey, right, to see how many people were really awake and really was starting to get to the
Yeah, we
truth, or
talked about that one time.
yeah, or getting like,
Yep.
you know what I mean, like not believe in some of the stuff that they put out there. So what say for an example, as a flat earther perspective, like they want to see how many people's really out there, so they roll it out and they make it look like that. So then guess what? You become a target. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you
Like
ever you seen how
that's how they
YouTube
can find
lately
that.
had these
I see
Don't
what
that
you're saying.
surveys?
I
what's
remember.
that?
Oh, go ahead.
What what a good way to find out who's really awake out there.
I see what
Because
you're
I
saying.
you see what I'm saying, like that would, I mean, that'd be a smart way of doing it, and whether you believe it's flat or globe or not,
It's a
like
gene, man.
you know what I'm saying, like
There's a
that.
gene, special genes that we have.
How else would they be able to find out how many people believe that this globe stuff that we've been perpetrating for so many years, how many, like that would be the way to do it.
Well, you mean
Because they
a lot of societies was thought the Earth was flat before they figured out it was a globe. You know what I mean? A lot of people was going by
yeah.
the, especially
Figure it out.
over
Well,
in
it's funny how you say it
Portugal
like
and
that, though.
Spain and areas like that. They thought you could fall off the side. They were scared to go out in the ocean. They feared going out in the ocean. They thought they was gonna roll over on the side and just um
All right,
fall
so
into an infinite nothing
okay, so what was making them believe that it was flat back then?
because no
And
one had
because
circumnavigated the Earth, and a lot of people
It
back in them
says
days,
to
back in them days from what I studied, the water was so massive, man. They were scared. It was fear. You know what I mean? When the storms get to brewing up and the sea get to turning, man, it'll put fear in your heart, just like dark clouds.
I've been
Put
out at
fear in your
sea.
heart.
I've been out to sea. You're right. Hey, but listen, let
oh
me ask you
man,
this: you don't believe you don't think that
yo,
it started changing when
yo,
they
my
started
daughter's
bringing
good, yo. He
that
really
spinning
believes that
globe
shit.
into the classroom?
Do I really believe what now?
I said you don't believe that it was because they were told something different,
No, I think
and they
because
and they just believed it because they thought, well, these people come with this information, and how a lot of people, you get someone that can speak really well and articulate stuff really well, he can deceive you. You don't think that that's
well,
what started that?
nah, because I got this
That's
book,
pretty good.
man. It's an ancient book. It's called I forget the name of it, but it talks about it's called the history of the United States. It's from the 1800s. It talks about Columbus
Mhm.
and people like
Mhm.
that, and it talks about how they was trying to figure out different things on the earth and why this happened and why this happened, and they came to the conclusion that um navigating through certain areas, they said the earth couldn't be flat. They said some ain't right because a lot of stuff didn't add up. So I forgot who came forward and said no, the earth is a sphere, and Columbus and a whole bunch of other people they ran with it.
All right, now listen. Let me show you something real quick. Uh, New York, pull that globe back up. And this is just a simple question, Madon. I mean, I just want to see where you're at with it. All right, see where his finger? See at the top of that globe there, and say you're at the
You know, I'm
say you're at the top right up there on
right.
some land. All right. At the same time, say Madon, you're up there at the top, and I'm way down here at the bottom. How
Okay.
am I not okay? How am I not upside down?
What you mean? How you're not upside down?
Because what do you mean? Like that's perspective that I would have. If someone's up there at the top and I'm down here at the bottom, I'm not upside down from you. If it's
No,
on a ball, but you can't say that, Madonna. If it's a ball,
because it doesn't. That's the magic of the earth, man. That's why I tell
oh,
people
there
it's
you
it's
go.
magic,
There we
man.
go with the fucking magic. Shut the fuck up, yo.
Hey, I'm telling you what's real, man.
All right.
That's why NASA was so puzzled, man. When NASA went out
But
there, they were so puzzled.
let me tell you something. You know why it's so easy for you to say, "Oh, it can't be like that"? It's because it's not a globe.
Not exactly.
Trust me, man. It's a globe. I seen it for myself. It's definitely a.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, I
Madonna.
know
Yo, I
Madonna's
want
in the
some of that shit he's smoking.
Madonna's
No,
in
no,
the
no. You don't
closet.
want
He's a
none of that in
flat
New York.
earther.
Nah, man. I told y'all before I even before I got into the Bible, man. The Most High took me up in a dream, man, and I was with these angelic forces, and
Astral
I
projected.
seen how to, and I was there when we was making the earth, man.
Hey, don't do that again, because
Will
Donald Trump will take you out.
Madonna.
Yeah,
That's
will you
okay.
take
Donald Trump,
DMT?
Donald
You
Trump
ever?
need to be paying me. Donald Trump should be paying me royalties right now for stealing my word, Space Force. I said that
Hell
on
no.
Dread Channel, man. Last year sometime I said, Dread, it's a Space Force coming, man. They're trying to build a Space Force. Dread should I, you know what I'm saying? Everybody laughed and ridiculed, but now you have it. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you
Because
you
that's why if
invented
you go
that
back and
shit.
look at what Donald Trump said that, you look at Donald Trump when he said that, you can see he's stuttering. He's stealing, but it's okay. He can have that.
He knew he's plagiarizing. Hey, what about
Right.
What about you ever did DMT, Madonna?
No, somebody asked me that the other day, man. I thought it was direct message or something. I didn't know what they was talking about, but
But Don could not handle that.
I thought about it. I remember watching the movie when this one guy he was on the DMT and he got real smart or something. I was watching on Netflix.
Oh boy, that stuff, boy, I'm telling you.
But no, I never
You know
had
your body produces that, right?
DMT.
Your body produces it.
I never tried DMT. Only thing I ever tried was THC. You know what I'm saying?
Stay there. Do
Well,
not
guess what?
try it. Do
Hey,
not.
guess
Madonna. You
what?
can't hang.
DMT. I did DMT one time, and boy, oh boy. Hey, proceed with caution.
It is an eye opener.
Yeah, I don't think I should take it because if I take it now,
It'll
man, I
open
might.
your third eye. Yeah, it'll open your third eye.
I'll be telling y'all what's up on Jupiter, man. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
You'll be telling us something, all right? We probably won't be able to understand it because that shit, boy, is crazy.
It opens your pineal gland. That's what it is. It just freaking.
Put it this way: the best weed you ever
see
smoked,
things you can't see.
the best weed you've ever smoked, it's times 100 or more.
A billion, man.
Wow. I mean, I thought about looking into that, man. But you know, I never took
You gotta
pills.
do it with
I never took no
with a
kind of
bunch of
pills.
homies.
I never took no kind of pills or nothing like that. I don't think I ever did was smoke weed.
This is not. It's not a pill or nothing. You smoke it.
Oh, I thought it was like a little tablet or something.
No.
What's up?
DMT they claim is natural.
It's in your body.
It's in all plant. It's in a lot of plants, a lot of herbs. But the problem is there's a process. Like you can't just eat the leaf and get it. Like there's you know what I'm saying.
Your
like
body. Your body will actually dissipate it before it can actually get to your system that way. Yeah.
How do you get it in your system? I mean, what form is it? Liquid?
By smoking
it. You can smoke it like crack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The other way, the other way to
has
do it is ayahuasca, and that is it's basically the same thing, but less harsh. But it's a long but it's a long
it's
trip.
long.
Yeah, it's a long buzz. You can be fucked up for like a while.
The key is, Madon, is when you smoke it, you're putting so much of it into your system that it has you're affected by it. It only lasts 5-10 minutes. But when you do ayahuasca, they put a certain ingredient. I don't want to destroy. It basically blocks the chemicals in your body, because I know what it is. I just forgot. I don't know how to say the word without sounding retarded. But it blocks certain chemicals in your body, which allow that DMT to hit your system.
Yeah, because something to do with
the
stomach acid.
With the DMT, would that supposed to so-called open your mind up or something?
It takes you to. Put it this way, I've never met anybody who's done it who can actually give you a description of what
I
happened.
couldn't even explain it to you, man. There was so much stuff
Mhm.
going on. I just bits and pieces, but it's like someone putting images right up in your face, just like so fast that like when you think of it, there's already something else. Like you can't even think of it because it's already something else coming. It's
It's
weird,
as
man.
real as you looking around, but nothing you
Hey
would
man,
ever imagine seeing.
Hey, and I'm
that
telling
remind me
you,
of
it.
that remind me of some of my homies back when I stayed in Texas, man. When they was taking liquid acid, I
Yeah,
was sitting in the room with these fools.
acid
They
is
was talking
child's
about
That's
play.
Mickey Mouse.
wet.
They was talking about Mickey
They
Mouse was
call that
coming
a
out the.
wet in New York.
I said, yo, I don't want none of that.
That's that old school best gun.
Hey guys, I hate to do this. I made some promises, so I had to. I said I was gonna do a short stream. Um, I'll go on tomorrow morning. We can
Stream is
keep
over.
building, but I definitely got to take off. Um,
All right.
if you guys are around tomorrow, we'll do this. We can build again. But I made a promise to my little man, and my little man is more important than everything. So he gives me
Yeah,
he
I
gives
hear
me
that.
he gives me that look like you said, and I have to concede to it. So
Yeah.
uh,
Hey,
I
No
hate
doubt,
to
no
I hate to
doubt.
break it down,
To,
but
to, to,
when
to the globe,
I
to the
do go
globe, man.
well, yeah,
Forever.
when I do go live, I'll send you guys invites personally, so you guys
all
can
right,
get the opportunity to get back up on here.
all right.
Bo,
Madon, get your research up, brother.
Bo, you
Oh man, it's up, man. If it go any further, man, I'll be at shit. I'll be in the third heaven. But
well, shit. But
but
hang
nah,
on,
no
Madon,
doubt though,
hang on.
man.
Bo,
Yeah.
thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Everyone
No
knows.
Some
problem,
of the
brother.
DNT.
Bo knows.
Some
Madon,
of
Right.
the DNT.
I'm sorry you jumped on late. But again, dog, anytime I'm live, you're more than welcome to jump on, my friend.
I appreciate that, homie, man. And y'all brothers, y'all stay up, man. And
All right.
anytime y'all want that work, man, I ain't hard to find. You know what I'm saying?
New
Few
York,
Just
miles
say
is
that
ready.
name.
New
Just say
York,
that name 3 times.
my brother, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good to
three
talk to
time,
you
man. I'll
again.
pop up, man.
It's good to
No
talk to
doubt.
you again,
Hey,
New
that's how
York.
it works, man.
Um,
All right. Hey,
we got hey,
much love, everybody.
New
Peace,
York.
and
I'm
I'm
gonna hit
out.
you up in the hangouts, probably a little bit later on, so we can catch up, man, because it's been too damn long.
Peace.
All right, I'll talk to you
Peace.
guys. I'll talk to you
Peace,
guys.
New York. Take it easy, New York.
All right, peoples. Like I said, I got to take off. It's fun, man. Any any Glober who can explain to me what I have shown you guys today, um, please come on my panel next time I go live. Hit me up in the email. I'm over at the Discord 24/7. You can let me know there. But I believe not. I'm not telling you this is how it's done. I'm not telling you that everything else is a lie because what I said is true. But it does bring up a lot of questions, and a lot of answers are answered based on the fact of why perspective and cameras aren't enough, and why I decided to look into what I was brainstorming about. If you just got here or you don't know, go back in this stream. I showed very quickly within a minute how you can take a flat image in any perspective of the land and make it into a fucking ball. If I can do it in 1 minute, imagine what they can do. And for why, in my beliefs, to hide land, very easy. You go back in the stream; it's very cut and dry. For the guy who was here earlier, just a second, not going anywhere, made some comments. You called me a liar. You said if I had looked into stellar parallax, then I was clearly lying. No, do not see a different image or observation of that star. You just see it from a different area on Earth at a different time. That does not tell you anything. And if you want to compare it to where something else is, guess what? You still don't know what that source is. You see the light, but you don't see where that light is emitted from. So don't call me a liar. Trust me, there are many globers who will say you're full of shit for even thinking I'm a liar. I don't lie. I brainstorm and I build. And I also am very, very open to the fact that I don't know everything and I am always willing to learn anything. So check yourself before you come on my live stream and try to make me sound like some asshole or some liar. My friend, there's too many people around that know that I don't work like that. People, you have no idea how much I appreciate you guys being here. Um, I know I've been gone for a while, but I'll be back around again. I'm gonna be live streaming. If I'm working, I'll do it on my damn phone. But I'll be back around again. Like I said, the last 2 weeks have been pretty hectic, and read the description. It'll explain everything. With that said, guys, I got to take off. But I don't want to promise, but I may be back on a little bit later on. But I doubt it. But I'm not sure. Keep your notification links all ready, and you see that bell ding, stop on by and we'll have some fun. But other than that, yeah, talk to you guys soon. If not here, in the Discord or on someone else's live stream, where I'll just pop in and say what's up to everybody. With that said, guys, I love you. Talk to you soon.
Goes out to every armored soldier. Left, right. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' show first. When everything is over, we still gotta go back, shout one more time. We are the frontline soldiers. Anything that happens, we gon' show first.
Flag no fail. Hold strong, people. Hold strong. Revolutionary. Frontline standing. Solitary. Mind state. Kinda scary. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and put me on the front line. 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 Hold strong. No battle tested. Hold strong. No battle tested. Hold strong. No battle tested. No battle tested. No battle tested. Hold strong. No battle tested. Hold strong. No battle tested. Hold strong. No battle tested. No battle tested. No battle tested. Follow me until the end. Follow me if you can. Heart beating faster. Don't forget to breathe and put me on the front line. Put me on the front line. Put me on the front line.